breaking news. Chelsea signed 2 Alexes. For all things Chelsea FC and other football news.
Hello everybody and welcome to the new Chelsea podcast. That is Chelsea signs 2 Alexes. The reason for the name is my name is Alex Dimitriou and my co-host is Alex Pinan.
Hi guys, how you doing? You alright?
We're going to introduce ourselves a little bit. I'm a professional ice skater. I've just currently finished working for Dancing on Ice. I've been a Chelsea FC fan since I was 7 years old. As you can hear, I am from the north. We know this a little tricky, but my dad is from the area and is literally... My first game was the 97 FA Cup final against Middlesbrough with a good old Di Matteo. What was it, 42 seconds?
What a day.
Or whatever.
What a day.
Fastest final goal.
I'm pretty sure that record's been broken now, hasn't it? The old the FA Cup
I don't know if it
final
has for the final. I don't know,
Hasn't
but someone will call us wrong maybe or say we're right.
But all right, so me. So my name is also Alex, hence the name 2 Alexes. I am originally from West Ham or close to West Ham, so I probably should be a claret. But my dad was also a Chelsea fan. I was also 1997, but just slightly before you, because mine was mid-season 97 against Barnsley.
Really?
We won 2-0 at the Bridge. Vialli scored. I can't remember who scored the other one, but we definitely won 2-0. And I was East stand up. I remember it like it was yesterday. So I'm a personal trainer. I actually helped Alex and his wife Carlotta in the Dancing on Ice training in the lead up to the show.
It made us look good.
Just made you look good. Yeah, the tan helped as well. The bright
it did.
Was always good. And now I'm based northwest London near Highgate, personal training. So loving that. But thought this would be a good idea.
And he trains an ex-Arsenal player. Oh, he doesn't do it very well though.
Yeah. There's a lot of Arsenal and Tottenham in this area, unfortunately for me. But it can't be perfect.
And Eriksen's wife, right?
And not wife, a girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Currently girlfriend. Yes.
Girlfriend.
But yeah.
No, going for the other teams, but that's why he gives them crap workouts just so they can go on.
Plan is to give them 1,000 squats a day so they can't run on Saturday.
That's a good one.
But no, they're good lads. They're good lads, all of them.
In this episode, we're going to hopefully make them quite short. We're hoping to be around 30 minutes. And this one, we're going to get started with the hot topic at the moment, which is our possible transfer ban. I don't know what's actually been said the last day of that, but we're obviously appealing it because of it basically being unfair, saying that every big team in Europe does the same thing, yet we're getting this crazy ban, and nobody else seems to be getting it. Although, as we say, that happens a lot. It's like, we don't know why, but we just feel like FA, UEFA, they just don't like us.
Well, it's been going on for years, hasn't it? They don't like Chelsea all the way back to the Barcelona game, and probably before. But although we say that on the other hand, I hear that Man City are also getting sanctioned at the moment.
Yeah, I just read that. A few days ago, right?
For something similar, I guess. But then, how do you go about it? I mean, you got these amazing kids all over the world. Of course, they're going to be spotted by scouts. Of course, they're going to be tried to sweeten the deal. As soon as you hear that Chelsea want you, of course you're gonna do everything you can to get out your contract or sign a pre-agreement with Chelsea, aren't you? So I guess a lot of it's down to
even older ones. Like look at Jorginho's mum. Like she was in tears seeing his name on a shirt, and everyone knew who he was already. And it was still a big deal to go from Napoli to here. So think of these 14-year-old kids. That it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're saying the Traore one was one of the main ones, weren't they?
They said that back then. I remember at the time there was speculation that it was about, but. Yeah. Oh well. I think it could be the best thing that ever happens to us. I truly do.
Yeah. Based on with
the kids that we've got out there.
The kids. Yeah.
I did like a little makeshift starting 11 that could possibly be it, right?
Okay. I want to hear it.
Listen to this, right? So you've got Kepa in net. You've got, of course, Dave right back. Then I've put in the middle, we've got Rudier or Ampadu, Christensen or Tomori. Because I think Tomori, that kid has got it.
Is this for the start of next season? Are you talking?
No. But this is like because it could be like for a 2 year. Let's say we don't buy anyone of the next two transfer seasons, we've got to bring the kids back because David Luiz isn't going to play forever, is he? And these older ones, Gary Cahill, we know he's most probably gone in the summer.
He's gone, and he already.
The only one that I'm a bit tricky with is I feel like we do need to buy a left back. That's our.
What do you think of Emerson though?
I don't know if he's the future. That's the thing. I just think there's better ones because for me, I'd like to see Sessegnon from Fulham. And then if we can bring him in, I know he likes to play on the wing, but I've seen him as a left back, and I truly think he could be the next Ashley Cole.
Wow, that's a big shout.
Big shout, I know. That's what we're doing here, mate.
For about 2 years, isn't he?
I know, but that's I would like to see him. So then that's your back pretty much sorted. Then in the middle, of course, Kante rules all, so we got to throw him. We have to put him in there. You can't not.
Yeah, of course.
Like, he can play the whole three positions if we really wanted him. We don't need anyone else.
And hopefully for at least another 5 years. He just signed that new contract, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he'll be there
we got him
forever.
for 5 years.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry. And I've actually gone for 2 defensive mids. I think we need to go a bit more solid in that area, especially if we're going to be playing more kids.
So 2 other holding midfielders as well?
No. Kante would be one.
Kante has one of them.
Yeah, and then I've actually pulled Barkley back. I think Barkley can also play that role a little bit, but he would be a bit more of a box-to-box.
Okay, all right. Like a Michael Essien.
Yeah, no one's like a Michael Essien, is he? No, I don't think. The fact that we got to see him play is like, oh my lord.
Yeah, I was at the game when he hit that shot. Was it Champions League again? It wasn't. Was it the one against Arsenal when he hits it with the outside of the foot and he bends it out and in? What a goal!
I know that was.
What a goal that was!
I remember watching it on TV.
That's almost.
Remember,
as good.
it was still, mate. It was better. You see it from different angles and you see the replays.
Yeah, yeah, in slow motion.
Yeah. Then of course I've put. I think we can turn Jorginho into someone that we need him to be. Like I truly do. I think right now he's not what we need him to be, and he's like the stats are pretty silly. Like he's passed it like 2,600 times, the highest passing, and there's not one assist.
Yeah,
like I think that's pretty mental, isn't it? Like,
but what's that telling you? He's either not high enough up the pitch because he's playing
I
too
agree.
deep, or he hasn't got the killer pass and he's not as good as everybody thinks.
I think he's a one-touch pony, really, and that's about it.
Yeah,
he just plays it off to whoever's next to him, and I think that's why it might work if him and Kante do play side by side. It could work, and we could reverse it. We could keep Jorginho back and Kante run a bit more forward, but right now he's just that little bit too far forward for me.
Yeah.
Then in front I've got Ruben. I want to put my money on this kid. I think he could be great.
He could be the future of he is so good. You see him at the World Cup. He was brilliant the times he was on the pitch at the World Cup.
Yeah.
How can this kid not get in front of Kovacic, who I think is average at best?
Yeah, I agree.
What has Kovacic done to say that he's getting in front of Barkley quite a lot and he's getting in front of Loftus every week? You can't tell me Kovacic is that good.
No, I remember when he came in, the first few... I'd say more than a few. There was good amount of games that I was looking at him thinking, this kid's got it. Like, how on earth did Real not play him? And then slowly through the season, you're like, okay, now I get it.
He's faded away. He's got. He doesn't score and he doesn't assist, and he doesn't tackle. So we haven't really got much left.
He can't really run with the ball.
He can't really run. Barkley is surely more dynamic. Kante is obviously more dynamic, and Jorginho's a better passer sideways as well. So I don't know how you get him in front of Loftus-Cheek.
No, I completely agree. Completely. I don't know what's happened to him because he did look bloody good. He really did. Him and Hazard.
He can't be awful. Being a Real Madrid player, he can't be awful, but he just doesn't seem to be doing it.
No. Then with Ruben, I've got Mason Mount. I think he can be that cover. I don't think he's ready yet to play first team, but I think he's definitely. We got to bring him back. We have to. He can just create that something special that I don't think we've seen for a while. Like just to be able to do that something different. That I don't know. Like he frees players up. Like look at him at Derby. The players around him, they look incredible next to him, and then when he doesn't play, they look average.
Yeah.
Like that just shows his quality.
He looks special. I'm excited to see what he's got.
On
a higher level as well.
And under Lamps and Morris, I think they are bringing the best out of him, which is good. And they'll always keep reminding him that he's a Chelsea player. I feel like.
I hope so. I hope you don't get carried away and want to sign him for next year as well. But
No, fingers crossed. I'd pull him back straight away. I think we need him back next year. We really do.
Do you know what I heard this week, which was so refreshing? It was last night when Guardiola said about Phil Foden. He was like, he's 18 years old. He's not going anywhere out on loan. He's staying here with me. I'm going to coach him myself. He's going to get game time when he needs game time.
Yeah.
He is a special talent, and he's going to be here at the club learning off these players. Like, why does it have to be that just because we have an 18-year-old kid who's got loads of potential, we have to loan him out? Why can't you have Mason Mount in our team?
Yeah, I agree.
You know, in our second string, even playing in the reserve sometimes, but like playing with these world-class players like Hazard every day in training under Sarri's coaching, so he can coach him right from day one and make him an amazing player like he's doing with Phil Foden. Like, I think you don't have to send these kids out on loan straight away.
No, and I think that's that whole. It's helped us. I will say it's helped us doing this loan system where we bring them in, we send them on loan, and we sell them, and the odd one here and there comes through. But at the same time, it hasn't because like exactly what you just said. Teams, we need to play them. What's the point of getting these kids? What like? It's like Abraham's. I think I've got him in my starting 11. I think he's incredible. Like, we have not seen a goal scorer like him since Drogba. I'm going to put that one out there. Like, he can just score. Like, is he naturally the greatest player in the world? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter because he scores goals.
Yeah,
he scores
he puts
goals.
His head on everything, doesn't he? I love that.
Yeah,
he's
and then we send him off to
box, isn't he?
Always, mate, always, and we send him off to Swansea. Swansea play a team that's completely not set up for a Tammy Abrahams kind of player, and he barely scores. So it's like, what's the point of doing that when he can sit on our bench? And he can learn from, I'm going to put it out there in a low voice, Morata, and learn from Giroud. But even if once Morata went, if he sat there now learning from Higuain, who's one of the best strikers has been in for quite a while, like, if you think of the last 10 years, you think of his name, don't you?
Yeah. Cool. Especially, you know, his record has been unbelievable the last 10 years.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And even now, although, like, he's clearly on his way over the hills, you know, he could still learn off of a player like of that quality. He's still world class, and he's still got movement of a world class striker, right? So how could Abraham not learn off him?
Yeah, no clue. I don't get it. I think that is where, but I truly don't see us selling these players, which is another good thing. Like, I believe we're not going to sell Hudson. I truly do. I think if we sell Hudson-Odoi, what is the point of being a football club?
Yeah.
Because what Chelsea always has been, for as long as me and you remember, and I'm sure as long as our dads can remember, and even before then, is that the players that played for Chelsea played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
They didn't come here for their money. They didn't come here to live in London. They came here because they wanted to play for Chelsea. And maybe if they hadn't came for that reason, they left being a lifelong. Look at my big example with this is Michael Ballack, right? Is that you hear him in interviews now to this day, and he still says "we" whenever Chelsea are mentioned.
Yeah.
And he is Bayern Munich through. Even I think Michael Ballack. I think Bayern. You know what I mean? And you have to remind yourself, oh, wait a minute, he actually was very successful for us, and I absolutely loved him. You know, and I'm like, and if he can call Chelsea "we," that shows what sort of club we are to be able to do that. And we're in that moment now where we need to get these kids that want to play for Chelsea. Odoi's been there for how many years? Like, of course he's going to want to. Christensen, like, he's through and through Chelsea. Like, we sent him on loan, but we sent him on loan because he was too good, but he was too young at the same time to play for us. He was never going to replace Terry. He was never going to replace any of these.
No, and the thing is, at the time as well, I'm pretty sure when we sent him on loan originally, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was when Terry and Cahill were insanely good.
Yes.
That was when we had, you know, you send these players on loan when there's much better players in front of them already.
Yeah.
But now there's not much better players in front of Christensen anymore. Like I said, Luis maybe has got a year left.
Yeah.
At the top level, like Rudiger's great. Like I like Tony.
Yeah,
Rudiger.
I love him. Yeah,
he's solid as hell. But like this is Christensen and Ampadu's chance to get in now. Whereas before, you know, it's the same. Like the whole argument with whether you agree or not about the Salah, the Lukaku, the De Bruyne situation that everybody kind of berates Mourinho about. Says, I can't believe Chelsea let Salah go. Look how great he is now. But 5 years ago, same as De Bruyne, same as Lukaku, they were young. They weren't better than Hazard. No. Lukaku wasn't better than Drogba at the time.
Never.
So
I agree.
You know, you can't you can't give Salah that chance in the team and say, do you know what, I'm going to drop Hazard to give Salah a chance in case he becomes amazing. So you can't really blame Mourinho for letting them players go when they say they want to leave.